Welcome back, class 4. I hope you're doing great and also continuing with your studies. Now, last day I told you that we will be dealing with chapter 4 and I have also given you the PDF for it. Now, children, tell me, as you are following the news channels every day nowadays to keep yourself updated about your surrounding, you must have heard that there is a forecast of cyclone, right? There was a forecast of cyclone which has originated in Malaysia, and it will travel across the Bay of Bengal to enter Indian subcontinent. Now, to let you know, I would like to add that these moisture laden winds, unless and until they get obstructed by mountains or any landform, they don't create rainfall. Okay, so the rainfall, to have rainfall, the moisture laden wind should get obstructed by a landform in its way. So, and we will be having monsoon season coming up very soon. Like they will be starting very soon. These are all the just the indication of the onset of monsoon. Now, so today I thought of starting with mountains and plateaus in India. Okay, so mountains, as we know, India has varied physiographic divisions. Today in this chapter we will see only about the mountains and the plateaus. Now, if we look into the physical division of India, we will see that we can divide it under two broad categories, the northern mountains and the peninsular plateau. Under the northern mountains, we have the greater Himalaya, the middle Himalaya and the outer Himalaya. So, the entire Himalayan range, if we divide it according to their height, then we get the greater, middle and the outer Himalayas. Both have their different characteristics that we will come later. Now, coming to the peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateau again has two large division, the central highlands and the Deccan plateau. Now in broad category, if we want to divide the landforms of India into different category, we will see that there are northern mountains, the northern plains, the Thar desert, the peninsular plateau, the coastal plains and the islands. You must have seen in the PPT slide that I have given you. I have given a Indian map. There with different colors it is demarcated. Okay, so the northern mountains means the Himalayan mountain ranges that we have divided into three parts. The northern plains that we will read later on are basically comprised of the different rivers that have formed the plain. We have the Thar desert located in Rajasthan. Then we have the peninsular plateau that falls in broad category under the central highlands and the Deccan plateau. We have the coastal plains. These coastal plains are narrow stretch of land along the coast. Okay, and we have the island. Now there are two different island group, one on the Bay of Bengal and one on the Arabian Sea. The one in the Bay of Bengal is called Andaman and Nicobar Island, and the one in the Arabian Sea is known as the Lakshadweep. Now, if we come to the northern mountains, we will see that the Himalayas are the long row of mountains that stretches from Jammu and Kashmir in the north to Arunachal in the east. Please refer to the map. If you have an atlas at home, it's excellent. If you have it, please open to the physical map of India and try to see the stretch of the Himalayas. You have recently read about the different states and union territories of India, so you know about their location as well. So the Himalaya stretches from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. In its way, It crosses which all states? It crosses Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim and northern part of West Bengal. After Arunachal Pradesh, it bends southward and stretches till the state of Mizoram. Okay, the bend that the Himalayas take at this point, we call it hairpin bend. Okay, just like a hairpin, it just bends and stretches till the state of Mizoram. Now, so at the top, if we give it a closer look, we will see close to the China border are the Greater Himalayas. Greater Himalayas are also called Himadri. Next to the Greater Himalayas are the Middle Himalayas, which are also known as Himachal, and then lie the Outer Himalayas, which are also called the Shivalik. Now, in the Greater Himalayan range, it is the highest of the three rows of the Himalayas with respect of its height. Mount Everest, the highest mountain peak in the world, is located in the Greater Himalaya. Which are the other important peaks that we can get here? We get Nanga Parbat, Annapurna and Kanchenjunga. In this chapter, all the spellings are important, children. So when you are reading the book, be extra careful about the spellings. We are getting the name of Nanga Parbat, Annapurna and Kanchenjunga as the other peaks of the Greater Himalayas. Now, they are actually permanently snow covered. Okay, due to their height, they are actually permanently snow covered, and over the years, due to their extreme height, snow has been collected and sheets of ice have been formed, which are called glacier. So the Greater Himalayas are also called the abode of snow, which is permanently ice covered, and we find different glaciers which actually melt to form different rivers. So we will see which are the rivers that have been formed in this way. We are getting the names of Ganga, Yamuna and Brahmaputra, which these are the rivers that have been the result of melting of glaciers. Okay, now as it is permanently covered with snow, it is extremely cold and people find it very difficult to live there because of the extreme temperature. Now when we are talking about the Mount Everest, we should also know that Mount Everest has been conquered many a time, but we want to know who were the first mountaineers to climb it. We are getting the names of Sherpa Tenzing Norgay and Sir Edmund Hillary, who climbed the Mount Everest in 1953. Now, as we know, the Indian women are just amazing. They are not lying behind the men. So, Bachendri Pal was the first Indian woman to climb Mount Everest. All right. Now we, after the Greater Himalayas, we are coming to the Middle Himalayas, which are also called the Himachal. Now it is to be understood that their height will be a little lower than the Himadri or the Greater Himalayas. Okay, but they are covered with thick vegetation of pine and deodar. That is the chief characteristics of the Himachal. Tea plantations is seen here, especially in the states of Assam and West Bengal. We all know, isn't it, that Darjeeling tea is world famous, and also of Assam. And the orchards of apples and peaches are also common here. So in this Himalayan range, we find mostly dense vegetation and also tea plantation. There are different hill stations which attract tourists throughout the year. You must have gone to any of these or maybe all of these hill stations. They are Shimla, Nainital, Mussoorie, Darjeeling. Darjeeling is very close to our heart, isn't it? And it's not very far from Kuch Bihar also. So you must have been there many a times. I have also been there very recently. So Shimla, Nainital, Mussoorie and Darjeeling are one of they are actually the hill stations in the middle Himalayan range. Now coming to the outer Himalayan range, which are also called the Shivalik. They are the lowest of the three rows of the Himalayas. So it's naturally there. This Himalayan range will be of little less height. Okay, the climate here is suitable for humans to live. So it is not as extreme as the upper the greater Himalayas. So people find it suitable, and they live here in small villages on mountain slope. And several types of fruits also grown here. We're getting cherries, palms and apricots, and also rice and wheat cultivation is mainly seen here. Now children, this is to let you know that the more we go on increasing height, the soil that we get becomes thinner. Okay, the soil is more fertile towards the plain region. So it is obvious that the outer Himalayas will have much of cultivation than the greater Himalayas, isn't it? It is greater Himalayas was permanently snow covered, so no amount of cultivation can be done there, isn't it? But in the outer Himalaya, as the soil is rich and fertile and also a little thick, then people do cultivation and we find terrace farms. Okay, potatoes and maize are also grown here. Garo, Jayantia, Khasi and Mizo hills are a part of the outer Himalayan range. These three hills are also the part of the outer Himalayan range. You will have a chart here about the different states, about the dress they wear, the crops they grow, and their speciality and their festivals. So please go through the page carefully. In page number 34 you will get it. Now it is very obvious, children, that these mountains serve a lot of benefits to us, isn't it? So we will see how these mountains are useful to us. Any physiography, the landforms prove to be very beneficial for the people living in that particular region. So we will see now how Himalayas are very important to us. Now firstly, they do not allow the cold winds of the Central Asia to enter India. Central Asia is very cold, so the extreme chilling wind cannot enter India due to the predominance of the Himalayas. Otherwise, India would have been a cold desert. Okay. The forest of the Himalayas give wood, medicine, resins and other useful things. We all know that forests are the storehouse of several natural resources. So these are the things that we get: wood, medicines, resins and other useful things. The middle Himalayas, the Himachal, is full of vegetation, right? So people extract different things from here. Himalaya is also known as the home of the gods. So the many pilgrimage centers like Haridwar, Rishikesh, Hemkund Sahib and others are located here. We all know that old people and many other people also, due to their curiosity, the mountaineers, the hikers, they love to go to these pilgrimage places as they are located at great heights. We get the names of Haridwar, Rishikesh, Hemkund Sahib, etc., which are located in the mountains. Okay. Now we are coming to the peninsular plateau. Now what is a plateau, children? Plateau is comparatively of a little lower height than the mountain. Okay, they have a plain top or flat top and steep sides. So it is often called as stable land. Okay, so a plateau is a relatively of lesser height and it looks like a huge flat table that is higher than the surrounding areas. In India, the southern part is surrounded by water on three sides and such a landform is called peninsula. As this particular region is covered by the plateau, that is why it's called as peninsular plateau. Now, it is like a raised triangle that is broad towards the north and narrow towards the south, and it is divided into a large parts by river Narmada, and the parts are the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau. So river Narmada has divided this plateau region into two halves. One is the Central Highland, the other one is the Deccan Plateau. Now coming to Central Highland, we will see that it consists of the Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Malwa Plateau has fine black salt which is good for growing cotton, sugarcane, oil seeds. Alright, Malwa Plateau has black soil. This black soil is also known as Regur soil, R-E-G-U-R, Regur soil. It is a particular kind of a soil which is predominantly made up of volcanic remains, and they have the black color, and these soil particularly is very good for growing cotton. Okay, and is also often known as the cotton soil. Now, the Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in minerals such as coal, iron, magnesium, bauxite and mica. We will see that the plateau region is extremely rich in mining activities, or they are the storehouse of minerals. We get minerals such as coal, iron, magnesium, bauxite and mica from here. There are many coal mining centers also. What are they? Jharia, Bokaro and Raniganj. The southeastern part of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and parts of West Bengal and Orissa are located in the Central Highlands. If I ask you name two states that fall under the Central Highlands, you will name any two. Alright. Now, coming to the Deccan Plateau, we will see that most of the gold in India came from the Kolar gold mines in Karnataka, which lies in the Deccan Plateau. So again, as we have already repeated that plateau regions are the storehouse of minerals. Now the Kolar gold mine, which is located in Karnataka, falls under this particular plateau region. The states are located in the Deccan Plateau region are Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Jog Falls is the highest waterfall in India and is located in Karnataka. So if I ask you name one coal mining region in Karnataka, you will name Kolar. If I ask you name the highest waterfall in India which is located also in Karnataka, your answer should be Jog Fall. Now, some important region of this region are Mahanadi, Narmada, Tapi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Dams are built along these rivers to produce electricity and also help in irrigation during dry months. So children, here interestingly, if I ask you what are the two different works of a dam, why a dam is constructed? Dams are basically constructed to tame the river water. River water has a lot of current in it. It can produce a lot of energy, hydroelectricity. If you have been taken, if you ever have taken the Shevok road while going to the northern mountains, sometimes you must have seen the Teesta barrage, Teesta hydroelectric project. So it is the same way, like Teesta, as it is a mountainous river, it is flowing down the mountains, it is having a lot of current. That means the river is not at all calm, it is rough. So people try to produce electricity by taming the water, by taming the current. Okay. So dams are built on these rivers to produce electricity, and also of course dams are very useful for irrigation during the dry months, as they can store a lot of water. Understood? Now again we will see that what are the different importance of the peninsular plateau. Peninsular plateaus region, as we know, are very rich in minerals, and this has led to the development of many industries, as industries requires raw materials as minerals. They require minerals as raw materials and which play a vital role in any of the industry. Dams built across the rivers provide water for crops and produce hydroelectricity. Some important crops such as cotton and oil seeds grow well in the plateau region. So cotton and oil seeds are two important. Cotton is a cash crop. Okay, so cotton is widely grown in the Deccan Plateau, in the Plateau region, as it is an elevated land from than the surrounding area. Many waterfall has formed there, and people can tame the water by constructing dams, and also it is the storehouse of different minerals. All right, now that was all about the chapter, children. Here in a nutshell we have seen that the different physiographic divisions of India, where we have the northern mountains, peninsular plateau, we have the coastal plain, the island, the Thar desert. Okay, so here and also the northern plains. So India is divided into 6 physical divisions, out of which the northern mountains have the Himalayan mountain range, which are divided according to their height as the Greater Himalaya, Middle and the Outer Himalayas. We have seen about each of them in detail. Then we have seen about the peninsular plateau. What is a peninsula? Why they are called peninsular plateau? What are their division? What are the rivers that flow through? What are their significance? Everything, and also about their importance. Now after this chapter, as I have completed explaining the chapter, I will be giving you some important spell check from the chapter for your work on Friday. Okay, again I'll come back on Wednesday by giving you the question answer. I would like to go a little slow because we have completed already 4 chapters and we are on the 5th chapter. I don't want to burden you with so much of question answers and work, because SST will be having a lot of questions and I like to give more questions for your practice. So I will go a little slow. By Wednesday, I will be completing the chapter by giving you the question answer. But till then, what you will do is you will go through the entire chapter and you will also see the different question answers, different spell checks that I have given you. Try to find them from the book, and if possible, learn the spellings, children. All right, and keep a note. Keep a record of the question answer from Wednesday. Okay, so wait for Wednesday when I will be giving you the question answer. Till then, read the chapter, stay well, stay safe, stay happy. Thank you, class.